Welcome to the UpSync mobile training series of videos. In this module, Content Manager, we will cover a basic overview of Content Manager, how to copy, edit, and create presentations, and finally, managing the assets that you want downloaded to your device. When you go to Content Manager, you are accessing content that is in the cloud, not content that has been downloaded to your device. That's why you can access Content Manager without syncing, because it is a real-time connection to the cloud. On the other hand, you need to have a network connection to access Content Manager. Content Manager allows you to manage your presentations and your assets. On the presentation screen, you have three columns. First is a filter that allows you to filter presentations based on their tagging so that you can find exactly the presentations that you want. The next column is the presentation library. These are presentations that have been created and added to the library by administrators. They're in the library so that you and other users can preview and copy them into your My Presentations. You can preview them by simply touching the thumbnail of the presentation. You can copy them by simply dragging and dropping the presentation into the My Presentations column. Once you do this, a copy of the original presentation is placed into your My Presentations. These are all the presentations that will be downloaded to your device when you sync, so that you can view them at any time, even without having a network connection. You will find them in the Content Viewer after the sync process has occurred. In fact, any changes that you make in Content Manager will be automatically synchronized to your device once you have performed an initial manual sync. Turning our attention back to My Presentations. Each of the presentations has a sync switch. This can be turned on or off. If it's on, then that presentation will be downloaded to your device when you sync. If it's off, then it will not be downloaded. So this is used to manage what you want to download. You can reorder your presentations by simply dragging and dropping them. Touch and hold the move icon while you're dragging. You can delete presentations from your My Presentations by touching the delete button. Note that some presentations cannot be deleted because they're locked. These are presentations that administrators created and push out to all users' My Presentations. Unlocked presentations can be edited by touching the Edit button. This will allow you to change the title, description, and modify the assets in the presentation. You can also create a new presentation by touching the Add button. Here, you will be required to enter a name and a description for the presentation and then touch Save. You now have a blank presentation without any assets in it. To add assets to the presentation, you can drag and drop them from the asset library. However, since there are likely to be hundreds of assets to choose from, you have the ability to filter the asset list in order to narrow your search. Once you've narrowed your search, you can preview an asset just by touching its thumbnail. After you've created your playlist of assets for your presentation, you may decide that you want to reorder them. You can do this by dragging and dropping them in the order that you wish. You can also remove assets from your playlist by touching the Remove button. The Edit button allows you to edit the name and description. The Back button will take you back to your My Presentations list, as will the Presentation button here at the bottom. The Plus button allows you to add a template to your presentation so that you can customize it for your audience. This is a topic of another training video, so we will leave the discussion of templates for then. If you would prefer to just select individual assets that you want available on your device, you can do so by touching the Asset button here. I'm given a list of all the assets in the library to choose from. Since this list may be very large, I can filter the assets to narrow my search or type in a search query to find exactly what I may be looking for. Once I've narrowed my search, I can preview an asset by touching its thumbnail. Then, if I want to include this asset in the content that will be downloaded to my device during a sync, I just drag and drop it into My Assets. Keep in mind that any changes made in Content Manager will be automatically saved in the cloud and automatically synced to your device once you exit Content Manager. This is the end of the Content Manager module. You should now be able to manage your content in the cloud and on your device.